Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera this way. I finally figured out how to use the YouTube to stream. Thank you for your patience. And okay, so I'm very excited. We're going to color this today. I have everything ready. Um, and also, let's start from the first thing first. Here it's the housekeeping. When I deliver the real workshop, we call it housekeeping. Keeping. I don't know how we call it in online. So first of all, I want to thank you for joining me today, especially some of you are living in the other part of the earth. And it's a ridiculous time to wake up and to watch my video. I will try my best. No, I will do my best to make it worth your time. Okay. So and also I want to thank you for everyone in our community. And apologies. Sometimes I don't always have the time to reply all the questions and as soon as possible or rapidly. But I do read all your questions and I try to cover it during the live session. So just because some questions are like repeated, and so if I just say it here, everyone can get it. And also I want to congratulations for all of you who shared your work. I think to be able to share your work, even you don't like it, you think it's not good, it's not perfect. I think it's take courage, and so I think that's I encourage you, and then and I admire your courage to share your work and also to share to write your problems and also thank you for some of the members. You are giving solutions, you're trying to figure things out all together. I think that's the purpose for our community. Like we're helping each other, as I call it, cross cultures. So it doesn't matter, as long as everyone understand the language, we're trying to help each other. That is the only way we can grow as a silk penning community. We can grow to better, and then can help each other better, can actually bring positive impact to the whole the silk penny industry. Okay, so and also I know you have some problems when you're trying to do your work. I think because we are in a different countries, so our art supply have different quality, and and I think the best way is to try a few brands. Don't buy a bunch of them, but buy some like a smaller portion and then test it out. Cause uh, some some like how should I put it in word? Sometimes when the name is the same, but then because the quality is different, so you probably find a different result. So but you have the idea, you can it's a really good process to you when you solve every problem you have during the silk penning process. Like it actually every problem you're solving is taking you to the next stage, and then you will finally become an excellent silk penner. So don't yeah, okay, so this in this session we're going to do the how to color on silk and finish this this design, this flower. I hope you had it in your hand because we're going to do the color and analyze. If you don't have it, it's okay, I will do it on the screen. So we're going to do this scarf, and this is a beginner to international level silk painting. If you complete new in silk penning, you can just watch and see the whole process and see if you like it. You like to put, and then if you want to dive into silk penning, and you're welcome to join our community. And so in the community, I also have all the design and resources provided as much as I can, and and, and this is a free this live stream is free, but the next one I will always have some free live streams, and the playback will be available in the channel videos. You can subscribe to the channel to get notification when it's up, or you can join our Facebook group and to see the post update to find the playback. So in the end of this video, I am going to share the checklist what we're going to use for the next Saturday. And so if you want to join not next Saturday, I can't do it because I have a group workshop that next Saturday, but that will be the Saturday after next Saturday. And in the middle, we have two 20 minutes, we have two 10 minutes question sessions. And so you can post it, you can post your question in the live chat. When I'm demonstrating how to do the silk penny, I won't be able to answer your question, but I will look through your comments when the question time. And you can also post it as usual. You can post it on our Facebook chat. So I will review that during the question time. So the question time would be 10:50 to 11, and the second question time will be 11:50 to 12. So if you haven't joined our Facebook yet, you can join it now, and I will approve you during this question time. The link is in the description. So what we're going to today's course, the process we're gonna do first, we're gonna introduce everything we need. So if you have printed out your list, we can check it together. And if you never painted on silk before, I mean, I hope you have watched the beginners silk painting workshop from the membership video, because that's have a lot of basic tips which is very useful for you. So if you have watched that, you know, it's a win-win for you. You'll find today's process will be easy for you to follow. And so we have 10 point here, like 10 small sessions here. I hope we can finish it in these 2 hours. It's gonna be a little bit challenging. Okay, I'll tell you why it's challenging in a minute. So first of all, we're going to check our gutta outline, and then second of all, number two, I will show you the 6 common mistakes when you're painting with dye. And then third, this is a challenge for me, because I said I will only use 3 color. I will only use 3 color to paint today's silk scarf. This one. Hey, where is it? So this is the 3 color I'm going to use to finish this painting. It's not because I want to show off, because I know silk painting, you know, materials and silk dye are expensive, and some of you can't afford it. Maybe you're students, maybe you don't have income. So I just want to show you it's possible to do it with a limited supply. That's why I do it. That will take a little bit longer, because all the color we need will be like this. So which means I will show you how I mix color through this 3 basic color into the color we need for the silk scarf. So maybe the result will be not exactly the same, but then will be as good. Okay, so I just want to do that to encourage you to not to buy a whole set when you just started, not to put your money on things maybe you're not going to do for a long term. So, and then 4, we're going to use this practice sheet here. So we're going to do a little bit practice before we paint on the silk, our scarf draft. And then we're going to prepare the color from scratch. I will show you how I prepare my workspace. And then we are going to use the design to analyze the color. And I will show you how the order, how I paint the silk scarf. And then we're going to finish it. So 8 basically. So I'm hoping to finish the I hope we can finish it in 2 hours time. And because the time is so limited, and I don't think I can give you all, but I will do my best to give you as much as you can take away today. Okay, so let's start today. I'm gonna turn the video down so you see what on my table. I'm just gonna I have this, and I also have gutta. And on this side, I have my color. I have my 3 color here. And this is a actual silk I'm using to test color. If you don't have actual silk, this ironed on the back paper. If you don't have that, you can also use this. What's this? It's cotton cloth or the kitchen towel. And I will show you exactly how I use them during the process, okay, during when we're painting. And here are some extra apron and a glove. If you don't want to get your finger dirty, you can have a glove, just any kitchen glove when you're cooking. Well, I'm so get used to talking to myself now because I can't see you. It's like I always think if someone from 1,000 years ago look at me in my studio talking to myself, I think it must be hard for them to imagine. Okay, I will leave the apron because it will cover my microphone. So I'm just gonna like this. Just gonna do like this, not like you can see me. Okay, where's my plan? So here are some party cups. Just as long as you have prepared most of the thing from or everything from this list, you'll be fine. I did add one more thing is this dropper. I hope you get enough time to find it. If you don't find it, as long as you have this, well, we can. It's workable. So that is the tools and our draft from last week. And now the step one, before you start to color, what you really need to do, I bring the camera closer, is to check your line is not break, it's all continue in the place you want them to be. That's the major thing to hold the colors. And I see, so if anything's missing, now is the best time to put to like to fix it. So what you will do, like for example, I show you on here. I find this. I want here to close up, so I will do that. I will fix it here. So if you have your draft with you, you can also fix it with me. That's what I do every time before I put color on. So like here and here, I need something to hold. See, I just close up, and I will not paint that. Another one. We do that just now. We'll do it together. So later on, it will be dry when we come back to it. So just scan it, exactly like what I'm doing with this camera. Just scan it and find the gutta outline is not closed perfectly, and do it like that. So here is a big one. Here is the beginning of the leaf, but I don't see the end, so I'm just gonna add it on. Okay. So that's all I can see from here. And on the edge, if you don't want any color to go in your edge, you can also close it. You can close any open edge like here. This is the open edge. I'm gonna close it up. And after I fix this, all the gutta line, I will show you the common mistakes, and then you will understand why we need to fix it right now. So, with the draft, we can you can try to make it perfect, but now is the time for you to be creative, because this is gonna be your scarf, your silk painting. So you can just add lines wherever you want it. I think this line is a bit too thin. I'm going to make it thicker. So remember, where it's wet, don't smuggle it. Is that the right word? Don't like touch it or anything. Okay, so I think that's all on my draft. That's all I want to. Maybe sometime when it's a very complicated design, you will you can find it very. You can always you can find some missing part when you're painting it, and you can do it again like this here. This dot. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna put it aside to dry, and then I will show you. Now we're going to take a look at these common mistakes. Okay, I have this page here. I try to cut my table surface is black, so it's like I can see the light. That's kind of annoying. I mean, I can't see it. Probably you can see it. So here is one gutta sheet I prepared to show you the mistakes. So if you want to see the side of it, once it's dry, it's flatten up. So here's 6 common mistake. I'm gonna just put a little bit color here. I use red. And just choose one big brush here. So here, as you can see, the first one underneath, I wrote a brick. So this is when your gutta outline is brick, the first one, okay, this one. And what's gonna happen if you don't fix it? Let's say we're coloring it. You see all the color come out from the gap. And the second one is when the gutta outline is too thin. You see that part? It's very thin. And then when you load your paintbrush, it might come off. Can you see? It's like it can't hold the gutta. No, it can't hold the dye. It just go through because that part is too thin. And the next one is when it's too thick. When it's too thick, it's holding the gutta fine, or holding the line, holding the dye okay. Okay, so when it's a too much dye, you can use a tissue to absorb the extra dye. When it's too thick, and your design will kind of look, it just look, in Chinese we say it's like dead. It's like a not very, just doesn't look very good. And here is when the gutta outline is wet and you accidentally smudged it, so it will look like that. It won't go away, and there's no way to fix it. Too much dye, just absorb it. Can you see the mistakes? So number 5, this one is good. It's a good line. Let's see. But if I have too much dye, even with a regular brush load. You are risking it to go out. Can you see? Even underneath that, this is a perfect gutta line. But when it's too much dye, it still won't hold it. It starts to come out slowly. Can you see that? And next, it's next I can't do it right now because it's to show when the drops come before you fix the color. If any drops dropped on your dried painting, it will what do I say? It will leave drops on it. I'll show you when it's dry, but now it's not dry, so I can't really show you that. You can take a screenshot if you to remember these 6 mistakes to remind yourself every time before you paint on silk. Okay, so now we have 6 common mistakes. Next, I'm going to introduce you very basic color series if you don't know them yet. But I'm sure we all learn it in primary school. So after I introduce this, we're going to, where's the practice sheet? We're going to use this practice sheet. Okay, we're gonna practice on this. So for silk dye, for any color, we have 2 volumes. One is from light to dark. It's like the grade, okay? Like we call it grayscale. So it means like something from for example, I'm gonna use this. Every color they have get this. Usually grayscale is about how dark from the light, how bright it is. Then now it's in silk painting, the lighter it is, the less you can see about the colors behavior. So this is like a red scale, but it's grayscale. So I've made this a while ago for the workshop. So you see, this is white, means something like underneath very bright light. So the color will show very, very light. And then this is dark. So the red behave like this. If you add black, it will become darker red. If you add water or dilute or alcohol, so like any media to dilute it, it will become lighter and lighter, if you see that. So that's like what I have showed you here. I add water and it's become lighter, and then if I add black, this red will be darker. Okay, that is one color theory. And another one we have learned it in primary school, I think. It's like we have 3 basic colors: red, blue, and yellow. With these 3 basic color, we will be able to mix all the rest of the color for our painting. So that's what I'm going to show you. But if you do have purple, and if you have all the color showed in this color sheet, and you can just use them. You don't have to follow, you don't have to mix it with me because it's harder. So we have, remember when we paint, we have the grayscale, and then we have the hue. The hue is like we mix 3 different, we can use the 3 different color to mix any color. So without keep explaining everything in words, let's pick out our practice sheets and we can practice together. Okay. This is a practice sheet. What I will do, Also have some water. I have this, I will prepare 3 colors in here, yellow, red, and blue. Oops, sorry. Oh, this is blue. Red. After you wash your paintbrush, it's important to dry it. Otherwise, the water will dilute your paint. So when we are painting, we want this paintbrush to have no water on it, as dry as possible. Okay. And now I'm gonna put yeah, red here. I will use a different paintbrush to pick up yellow. This, my yellow is got a little bit blue in it. It won't affect the practice. So this is the yellow. And now I want to make an orange. I put yellow here and then red here. And next I'll put blue. And yellow. And add blue. Make a green. Can you see it? Move it up a little. I usually will mix it in my palette instead of on silk straight away. But just to easier to demonstrate, I did this. So now you can see use 3 color. We made them. We made from 3 color. We made 5 color, and then if we add, if we keep blending, we can have purple, and we can have other color we need. We can have a different type of blue, and on this other side, we're going to do the scale. Okay, the gray scale. I need a little bit black. So I'll put the black here. I'll put some black dye. That will be our darkest. And then I will start to add dilute. Put dilute first. Put a lot. Like here is like 3 milliliter. And then next one, put more. So it's like if here you put 3 drop, the next one you put 5 drop, the next one you put 7 drop. And then adding now I'm going to put 1 drop in each. If you can, I hope you can see this. This is how we make a grid from dark to light. So I'm gonna put like 1 drop in there, 1 drop in here, 1 drop, this 1 drop in each. Okay. So usually it's not really measuring like that, but I want to make it. It's the only way I can describe it. Usually you will test it out before you put it. I'm just explaining the theory here. So I'll use this dropper to mix. I think this one needs a little bit more dilute. So I put a little bit more here. Now this is the darkest, this is the lightest. I'm just gonna put it in here by order. So start with the lightest. Put it on top of this chat. Now dry the pen brush. And now this is the second darkest. So put it on the second on the chat. And then dry it. Now we'll use this. These two look too similar. I want to add a little bit more black. Really can't tell you how many drop because you really need to test it out yourself. So still not dark enough. But a little bit more. Now I think it's slightly darker than the last one. Next one. And the next one. Now the darkest. The darkest, I want the dye to be as pure as possible, so I really dry it. Put nothing on it. I didn't wash my pen brush here because it's the same color. When it's the same color, you paint from dark to light, you don't need to wash it. But if you're using different color, now you have the 6 shade by silk dye. Okay, when you how to use this shade, we're gonna I don't know if we're gonna use this technique today, but it's a really basic thing to learn if you want to dive into silk painting. And now we're going to learn some effects, color effect. So to paint, where is my, here. You see in the flowers here, um, we're thinking about, you see that here is lighter, right? And then in this side is darker. How are we going to do that? We're going to do it in a circle here. Here's lighter, here's darker. How can we blend it? We make it transform smooth. So we're gonna do that. I will use, what color am I going to use? I can use an orange, or I can maybe use red. It's easier, just for practice. Or use orange. I don't know. Purple is too dark, so I want to make it obvious. So maybe I will make it purple. We're gonna do purple. We're gonna do this one. This one is the most obvious. It's from very dark purple and run up to a slightly orange. But then we're gonna do one color first. We're not gonna add oranges now. So I will prepare the orange as well. So I'm gonna prepare the purple here. If you learn this technique, then you can paint a lot, flowers or sky, water. I think is the most common technique on silk painting. Purple, red, and blue. If you have a testing silk, or if you have cotton, now it's time to test it, or even kitchen towel. So this is a dark purple. I think it looks very similar to this purple. I just leave it here. So it's very similar to this purple. And then I will use this purple, move a few drops to here. Now I'm gonna find out the lightest I want it to be. Just like that. So let's say this is the color grade. Just remember this black chart here. So here is the darkest purple, this one. And then the lightest purple is that one. So this two color. If you use cotton cloth or kitchen towel, it will show darker than actually when it's on silk, because silk is much thinner. It will hold less color. So this will be my lightest, and that will be my darkest. I'm going to use this to paint, let's say, this circle. Make sure the paintbrush is clean before you use that. Use a new color. I washed it and dry it. I will use a 2 paintbrush. So this one I will use it. I will load this lighter purple where the light is on the petal. Now I'll just put it here. And then with the other paintbrush, I use a darker one. Now I'll put it here. And then blend it. You can keep adding color on it when it's wet, but don't do it if it's dry. You see, in that way, we create this effect, the transform gradient. And we can also do we have that? Yeah, we have a, we can also use just clean paintbrush. If you want the edge to be very light. Now I'm just gonna use water or dilute thinner. So this brush is completely clean, got no color on it. So what I will do, I will first use the darkest color. I'm using the darkest here. And then I will use the light purple here. And at the end, I use this clean paintbrush. It got nothing. So when it dries, I forgot which color is it, so I just tap it there to see which color is it. You see, that way we have like from very light to dark purple. Okay, so that is how we build up most of the flowers and the greens and blue. Now I wanted to show you when it's two color, like here on the top of the petal is orange, and here's dark, and here's light purple. So we're going to add a third color in there. So for this design, we have a lot of third color, like like here and here on the edge, it's got some black. Yeah, after this practice, we're going to start to paint on the silk scarf. Are you doing the practice with me? I want to know who's doing the practice. Put something in the comment. So in this big circle, I'm gonna add one more color on top to make this petal. Okay. Always wash the paintbrush if you're going to change color, or if you don't remember which paintbrush hold what color of dye. I will make orange with yellow. That is the orange. And now I have 3 pen brush. I use I'll use one for the dark. Always one is in the same shade, paint from the dark to the light, because after you add the lighter dye, it will push back. It will mix better. So this is the darkest, and then the middle. It's actually the color runs better without the back paper, so we're gonna do it better in our draft. And then add orange on the top. So just like that, we have 3 color. Just let it blend by itself. We don't need to do anything after that. Just leave it like that. We can practice one more. Just finish this practice sheets and we can. So now if you want to add, if you want to build an extra layer of the light in here, you can also do that. Just use a clean brush. See what I mean? It will push away the darker color here. Okay. Just finish this practice. So how you load your pen brush is very important. Don't load too much dye. Okay, so I finished the circles on the page. Now I want you to practice some painting the background. I will use a little bit blue for the background, and I will put the darkest underneath, and then going and grade up from dark to light. And after this practice, we can move on to the silk scarf. So I will have 2 pen brush, or if you don't have a lot pen brush, just keep washing them. That'll be fine, as long as you dry them after. Okay, I use a blue here. I usually use the bigger brush for the lighter color. It depends how much area. But for here, it's very small, this area, so I'm just gonna use that. And I will prepare my color before I finish that shape. Get some of the clean water. Oops, this was happened when the dropper is dirty. So clean, start again. This is the lightest blue I want, and then the darkest blue I want it on the bottom. And I want this blue to be a little bit warmer, so I will add a little bit red. And maybe a little bit yellow. I'm using a clean dropper here. Mix. Okay. Now this will be the lightest color. When we paint background, we do it from lighter to darker. I want to add a little bit darker, so I just add it as I go. Lighter. Because the background as a whole, so we need to remember that to join them together, which means that even this circle in the front of the picture, but the background is covered the background, but in that way we can imagine the background from here to here is still the same color. So we put the same, and then here on the bottom is the darkest, because the background needs to behave like like a whole. See, so when we watch it, we can see it's the darkest and moving up to light. So who's with me? Who finished the practice? It will be our question time in 2 minutes. I'm quite happy with this speed. Yeah, yeah, I'm very happy with the first half. I'm gonna put this away and come back after I tidied this. Okay. And then when I come back, I will read your questions. Okay, let me see if there's any questions here. Why I can't see anything? Okay, how? Oh, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Oh, there's a lot. Can you find? Hello, from from China. Oh, I'm having difficulty to pronounce people's name. Where's that? Live chat, top chat. Every time when I screw the screen, it's shaking. Hello, Deepali, are you still there? Good morning, Lilacs. Lilacs 20. Show applying gutta from close up. I did show that. Can you please discuss brushes? Brushes, we'll discuss it. And when we start to paint, please share color wheels. Yes, I have the color wheels for future reference if you're comfortable with it. The color wheels is so easy to find online. Just put color wheels and it will come out a bunch of them. If you need to dilute the color, what medium can I use? You can use water. You can use alcohol with a clean water. And how are those different from water? The alcohol and vodka. I don't know about vodka. I never tried alcohol. I just use a silk dilute, silk thinner, and water. Water. The color the silk dye dries more smoothly with dilute than water. Especially when it's a big area of the same color or a big area of gradient. So silk color most popular water. Personal, I can say result are better. Can answer better. What? Yeah. Do we need add water if color is not spreading much? So the the color is not spreading much. So it depends if it's on your silk or if your silk is ironed on the paper. Because when it's ironed on the paper, it will run spread slower on the freezer paper. How many drops of water do you add each mold palette? You need to test it out. Um, Great trails, nothing. Water with did 3 to 5 drops. One drop, one drop of color to each. Yes. So this process for light color to dark color shade. Yes. Shade of gray, sharing lovely shade. Thank you. Did she mix a black color with water? Yes, I did. Okay, I like the bottle of colors. Thank you. Which sheets are you using? I'm using the practice sheet. You can download it from Facebook, our Facebook group. So she said something about sheets, but I can't not find anywhere as well. You can keep a piece of cloth. Yes, you can use that. Make shade. No, the cloth will not behave the same when if you use that. And freezer paper, yes, I did use that. Thank you. How do you decide shade of color placement? Also darker and lighter placement of color. I hope I have explained it in the video. If not, leave a message in the group. Right now, applying the color sheets, I want to know because when I'm using normal paper, drawing color don't show. No, it doesn't. It's a color sheet from our last previous workshop, how to make your testing silk sheet. How many drops of each color you take making a new color? For example, 1 drop. No, I can't really tell you how many drops because we are using different dye, different brand. So they are different. So every brand of supply are different. You really need to test it out. All I can tell you it's always put the lighter one. If you want to mix up a green, always put the yellow first and then add the darker one, add blue gradually. Just add a little bit and see how it goes and add a little bit. So that's the best way I can tell you. The piece of silk or frizzy paper. Yeah. Did I get red in my set? I have. Yeah, you can use that. The cool pinkish red. You can use that. If you want to make it a bit warmer, you can just add a little bit yellow, a drop of yellow, rust, and can that yellow make red? Yeah. Okay. Instead, we have violet. Okay, so that's all the question here. Do I have any question in the Facebook group? I want to know how many of you are painting with me. Don't forget to share pictures in the group, okay? It's always fun when more people do things together. Um, thank you. Okay, thank you for all the very kindly comments in under my Facebook post. Sometimes when I got time, I give it a like, but then sometimes I really don't. I don't have time to go through like Facebook. I am a mom. I need to prepare 3 meals a day. I need to wash clothes. I need to do housework, and I try to squeeze my. I try to do my work schedule from uh, during the school time. So I do want to be available to all of you as much as possible. But forgive me if I can't get to you back immediately. But I do have you in my mind. So every time when I prepare my lesson, I read through the questions and I try to explain the best I can. Okay, so we are going to, I'm going to mix the color. I'll move my camera up a little bit so you can see my workspace here. Can you see? Okay, this is much harder because I have all the color I have. I have a good selection of color, but I'm really going to mix the color. I don't know why I made that decision, but let's hope, pray for me, everything goes well because the limited time, when we're mixing color, we need to test a lot, infinite times. So what I will just, but what I do, I always mix my color all at one go. So I will just do it on the camera, see if I am good enough to do this in a limited time. So here are the color. Where am I on the sheet? Oh, here. By the way, I tried this permanent laundry pen. I was going to do it for fine lines, but I found it spread on silk, so I can't really use it. So when you mean I know, I'm sorry I can't recall your name, but you've tried the fading fabric pen on silk. Are they also spread? Can you hold them in one like fine line or they spread? So here, let's this is the color I have. I'm going to prepare this 8 color, and then there's the extra color. If you have it in your collection, you can use it. But it's not really. I only have so this color is only like for here, a little bit there, right? And if you have it, if you want to make it, we can make it. But then these are the fundamental. I'll tell you where each part it is. So this light blue, after we dilute it with water or thinner or any media, it will become that kind of a white blue. And is that paper have reflection? Let me take it out. Okay, better. And this one too, take it out. So, and this darker blue is from here. Okay, this part. And before you painting any color, you always analyze your design first. Okay, always analyze the design. And then this darker orange is from this flower, and the purple, I'm using purple here. When purple mix with dark blue, we have the light edge, and here is kind of blue purple, and the green, darker green, is on all the dark side of the leaf. And yellow, we have yellow in this flower. So before, especially if it's not your own design, so if it's your own design, you know exactly where is what. But when you are learning, when you are getting design from somebody else, you, before you do the coloring, you always analyze what color is included in there. And then of course more color when we will add in when we're painting back. For example, like this blue, and then transform to very light purple, is kind of a gray, kind of grayish light color. We can do that when we're painting. But to begin with, when you prepare your workspace, your workstation, we want to get the basic, what color use the most. So we can see blue, is this blue, and then purple, green. So this kind of yellow, and this red in a few places. So I'm going to start to mix the color, and you can also start to mix your color. But as you can see, I'm going to test it as I go. I can't tell you how many drops. So I'll put my color on the side and get a box. I first I will make the 6 basic color, like green, orange, yellow, purple. This is yellow. You can't see what I put in there, but you will always be able to see when I dip the color there. Okay, when I'm testing it. So here's the yellow, and next I want red. Red, blue. Now I want to make 6 basic color, which is a green, purple, and orange. Use a dropper. You don't actually, like, you know, when we paint, we don't really use a lot of silk dye. And one of the reason I use cup is so it's easier to pull back if I finished with it. So this is the orange. Now I want to compare with the orange from here. These two, this one okay for that, but then I need them. And the red is not obviously in this picture, but then I'm happy with this orange. I'll leave it like that. So, but I probably not have, I do have enough, but then I want to have a lighter grade. I will do that later. orange, and that is a very rich, no, basic. I get carried away with other colors. Green, okay. See, like more yellow. I put yellow first, and then I put a little bit. You always use a clean dropper to pick up colors. So I just put a few drops and see if that's enough or not. This green is too light for my design. I want to put a bit more. Still too light, so a little bit more. And we do have some place with that green. See the kind of warm light green, but I don't want it. I don't want it to be my main green because look here, it's like more like a we have much more area with the darker green. So I'm gonna be brief. I put up blue this time. This is much better. I like it more, that kind of cooler green. So if I need a little bit of the lighter green on the leaf, I can just add, I can just use my brush, dip some yellow. Now I want it more. It's getting closer to the green I want. Okay, should I leave it like that? I think I will leave it like that. I will leave this green like here. Okay, next color, purple. Remember your order if you can, like the fundamental color, secondary color. Get a clean cup. Oh no, I don't have to get this clean cup. I have a blue cup here I can use. And I have the purple from earlier. I'm just gonna put in here and mix more because that color goes. That is the purple from the design. And what's this? This is the blue. I also put that. So red. Blue. Let's see how it looks. That's fine. I like that purple. So now I have my basic 6 color. You see, I'm making it from 3 color. And now I'm gonna put this aside. And I will mix more color as I go, as we start to paint. But that is enough for now. I put them here so I can remember which one is which. If I forgot, I can always come back and then try it there. And I don't need this anymore, put it away. have the second tray. I will put some empty bottle in my second tray. Not empty bottle, empty cup. I sometimes feel I can't talk. You know, I used to study, I studied French as a secondary language, and I was in Montreal, in Canada. Is anyone from Canada today? So the first year I passed to intermediate, but I'm still very shy to talk, to speak French. So one time, a friend's birthday, we went to the party, and I had 6 beer that night. And then after that, everyone told me the day after I was speaking fluent. No, I thought I was speaking fluent French, but I wasn't sure if anyone understood. But now, so when I'm trying to paint, and I'm using my right brain, and then also when I'm trying to explain, I need to use my logic to make the language kind of able to for you to understand. That's like it's difficult. It's like my right brain, my left brain, they don't work at the same time. So now what did I say? Oh, I said we are going to start this. So if I'm silent for more than 5 minutes, I probably forget I am still on live stream. I probably just too much concentration on the painting. Okay, that's when I'm still here. Let's talk about the brush, right? And I found my plan. Where's my plan? So we have checked the line. We have practiced the. We have practiced the mixing color, and we did our we also made our mistakes. Remember, okay, put this little mistake notes right on top of your when you're painting it, so you can remember it. And we did analyze all the colors, and now we're going to start to paint the background. Before we paint the background, I'll show you my paintbrush. I like to use, I do have some of a watercolor brush here. It's like what you can buy most common one, but I don't like them. They don't hold many pen. They don't hold. I did say I will show you what's happened if we drop the wet on it. That's when we paint a big background. We want to finish it all in one go. If our paintbrush can't hold as much paint, it's we can't really do that. I will just show you what's happened if we add color when the first layer is dry. This is what's happened. And then when this drop dry, you will see the edge. So I will put this. I just see we have some water. We add some water after it dry. Okay, can't see it now, but when it's okay, I will show you when this leaf is dry. Put it aside. My paintbrush. So I like to use a Chinese paintbrush. They are, look at the brush. They can hold so much dye. But if you paint a small scarf, small painting, don't use this because it can hold. If I put it in there, it will absorb all the dye from there. But it's really good for background. And I have all the different size. I have the biggest one. I don't think I'll use this one. I don't know really until I start to paint. So you see the Chinese paintbrush or Japanese paintbrush. These are what I use the most. I also have this type of the sable hair, but I don't like them very much. They're not long enough for me to hold the paint I need them to. So the Western paint brush, this is a water paint brush I found the best, just as good as the Chinese one, is a Raphael watercolor sable hair. I have a set of that. I use them a lot when I do flowers. And this one is a common water silk. They will call it silk pen brush. I don't really like it. I think you need to find out your favorite. But if you like my penning style, you want to paint the like my type of design. I don't know. I think those Chinese pen brush are really good. So it's very lucky for you. Whoever is in China, you can get them anywhere in a shop in a in the shop in the art shop. Okay, so I will choose. I don't know how many brush I use. I try to, as I said, I try to limit it because I know not everyone have like a handful of brush. So I will try to limit it to. Can I limit it to 5? I did say prepare 5, prepare 3 to 6 pen brush. So I will limit it to 4, 5. Okay. I want a slightly small one. I want to use this small one. I think that's it. I use 6. How's that? And then so it's fair. You can't say, oh Mandy, your color look better because you had more pen brush. Okay, now I had 6 pen brush. Let's move to here. It's weird. Usually I'm right-handed, so my color is on that way. But if I put my color there, you can't see my workstation. Let's see. It's almost 20 past 11. So let's finish this in 30 minutes. Are you ready? Put my clean. I'm just gonna clean everything here and then bring back some clean water. I have 10 brushes, adding the older one there too, the 4. I try to not use them. I can't promise. How many pen brush do you prepared for today? Okay, I'm going to change this water. I usually have 2 jars of water, one for the first wash and then the second one for the second wash. And then 3 jar. This one just for where to keep the pen brush. Okay. So I will start with this blue. So now I'm going to use my base blue and then dilute, make 3 blue. The darkest is here, but I will not do that right now. I will just paint the background for now. Where's my blue? My mixed blue. This is my blue. So it's roughly, there's 4 type of blue. 1, 2, the light one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will prepare that blue now. Let's do the lightest. This is just a thinner, silk thinner. So we can see this blue is a bit. Does it go with that? I think you need a little bit yellow. Right? Little bit yellow. And considering this one will be lighter when it's shown on the silk, so I will give a tiny little bit more blue. I think that looks fine for me, but I want a little bit green in this. Yeah, that's more like it. See, this blue or more like this blue. I add a little bit yellow, a lot of dilute, lot of water, and a little bit blue. So that is the lightest one. I have prepared it, and I will put it up here so I know which one is it. And next, I want to see this blue. I also think this blue needs a little bit green. I put blue first. And I will add green into this blue. How is that? Try it out. So I'm trying to make this blue. I think it needs a little bit more green. I'm happy with that now. See this? That is a green, that is a blue I'm going to use for this part. And for this part, it's even more, it's like between this color and that color. So what I'll do, I will take a little bit of the darker one and put it over there. And take a lot of the lighter one and put it in here. So I mix exactly these two to get to the other side. It looks like I have all the blue I want. But on the top here, we have a little bit pinky, that kind of purple. That's not a problem. Just like put a little bit purple we have mixed earlier. In a new cup. And add some of the dilute. Now try it on your cotton. So that is a little bit of the purple we're going to use there. Okay, so now I have all the color I want for this background. I'm going to start to make it. So how I order my color here: lightest, second, third, and then darkest, because you can see they look all the same from there. It's hard to remember what is what, right? So put in there. I'm going to, now I will move the camera to the scarf. This will be, the angle will be a little bit tilted up. So I will try to remember you when I'm painting, okay? Okay. I'll start from the lightest. I will this part is the lightest, so I'm gonna do this part first. I use one of my big Chinese pen brush. And I also remember there's a little bit dark purple here, so I just use the purple. You see what I mean? This one doesn't really put a lot of color out. And a little bit darker purple here, just like that. Just drop it there. And I will also have a clean brush. I don't have enough room to put everything. I use a clean brush. So I will just add dilute into those gaps. I want them to be lighter. When the silk dye first applied, it always seems darker, and then when it dried up, it will light up, and after you fix the color will look the best. Now I will take a third pen brush for the darker blue. I have to do it quick, otherwise they can't blend together nicely. If you can afford it to buy the silk dye, I say, it is easier to paint with all the color that prepared from the manufacturer. The color runs runs better. But if you are not comfortable, you don't have a big budget, you can start like just do what I'm doing today. The effect will not will be a little bit different, but will be good enough for you to learn. I'm constantly testing what color it on which brush because I really don't remember it. It looks the same. I'm holding like all the brush I need. and I don't remember which one is which. I just drop it there anyway. Just as long as you join them when the first layer is still wet, it's no problem. And here I want some pure blue. Oh, I dipped the wrong cup. Where's my pure blue? I don't have any pure blue. Okay, let me put some pure blue out. Do I? I do have it, this one, right? Okay, never mind. Let's get some pure blue here. And a little bit here. Back to the light color here. Yeah, if you think this color doesn't look as bright as my first one, which you can see in the picture, that's because I'm only using 3 color in here, red, yellow, and blue, right? Learning is a process. Give yourself the time to dive into it, to learn and to practice. The equipment is not the most important. The most important is you, the artist, the painter. You know, when a lot, or when you relate on what kind of equipment or supply you can have, you're actually limiting yourself. A lot of best oil painters, they only use 6 color to paint all the rest of the color. It's about the communication. So 11:35. I have how many more minutes? This is so challenging. Yeah, what I was saying, you are the creator that are the most important. What you have there, what you can create with is not the it doesn't matter. As long as you have some basic tools, you should just start to practice, like, you know, uh, rather than wait until you got everything. So the reason, see, now I can go through the corner. That's why I stretched the silk only with the corner of the clip. Yeah, so don't go for the most expensive setting for everything, because your client or your art collectors or whoever buys your work, they don't care, you know, if you use the most expensive paintbrush, the most expensive dye or whatever, and the fanciest whatever, you know, supply. You got me? They don't care. They care about is like what that piece of art, what that piece of silk painting, how can that silk painting connect to them, how your work connect to your customers or your friend or your or the viewers. I think here is some mistake. Look, I have missed something. I missed one line from here. I have to do it now, and I will come back to finish that part. Can you see that part? Yes, you can. So I missed this stem. See? And I can't paint that part now. I have to paint a different part. I'm still going on the background. So now it's like I need to look carefully, compare this part. Compare which part is what is the background, which part is the leaf. I can't go more deeper there. So this is a leaf. This is not the background. Can I find any more background? Doesn't look like any more background here. They all look like leaf for me. This part might look like a background. Okay, I'm just gonna paint some blue on it. Okay. So now this is what the background looks like. How's yours looks like now? Do I have more background? So a design like this is very tolerant with mistakes. I can find another part here, but I didn't close the gutta there, so I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna do this like this. Okay. And now where else? That look like a background or it look like a front. So this dark. So I would just call that, okay, this my flower get some blue in there. You know, if that happens, don't worry. Even if you checked everything but mistakes still happen, don't worry. Just make it look like it's supposed to be there. We can change, so we can change that one because I have blue there and orange will not cover that. I can change it to purple, but then, you know, if this one is for me to sell, I will just change that to purple. You can what do I say, you can change your you can blend your mistakes with the design. So before you color fix it, so you can change your design as it need to be. But for me to stick with this plan, because this is a course, so I want to show you, just try to finish it the way it's supposed to be. So there is a mistake there, and then once it's run in there, it's not worth to fix it, because if you want to fix that mistake, you want to turn it back to white, it's almost impossible. So what the best can do is to pick up a clean brush. Make sure it's clean. Okay. Why this brush looks so purple? pink. I use it a lot for pink color. I have to use a different one. So this one's better. So the best thing that we can do is to just dilute it out. Make this leaf as light as possible. And then it blends back to the background. And then that will be fine. So I have my background, all the blue out. I need to put my, I'm just gonna put my blue on top. A little bit purple. And now I'm gonna start with purple. Purple, the flowers. I paint the flowers and then everywhere that is purple. Or I should start with orange because orange is a lighter color. But now, one of the reasons I start with the background is because when we start with the background, background's usually lighter. No, background is lighter in this design. It can be darker. So background lighter. If anything like this part, the color run in, maybe that's a weak gutta line, or maybe it's a missing gap. It's okay. We can see it. It's obvious when and then we can always color it with a darker color. But if this is a dark color and then this leaf is lighter, we won't be able to over paint it. That's the reason I always start with a darker color. I have 7 minutes. You think I can finish that? I don't think I can finish it, but I'll try my best. So now I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna finish it, okay? And then I will talk again with a question time. I missed the gutta outline here. Okay, now I just leave the orange one. I'm gonna move on to, it's 49. I don't think I can have a, do you want me to finish it? Do you want me to go for the question time? How about I go for the question time, and then after that I will come back finish it. So if you want to watch me finish it, you can stay longer. But if you got other plans, you can get your question answered. And how about that? I think I probably need another 20 minutes to finish the whole picture. Yeah, I have purple, 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 and then green, and that's done. But I don't want to mess with the schedule. I know like you busy, so I was just gonna absorb some of the. Now I go for the question. Am I repeating myself? That's because my brain's not working. Too much concentration. Okay, let's see the question. Uh, so where should I start? The question. Add a little bit water. Okay, about gutta. Don't iron the gutta after. No, don't. Okay. You can extend 22 by 40 inches. Uh, you can extend your design. Yes, 6 years will do that. um, okay, so hello, Shamila. I will try to pronounce your name, like everyone's name, but it's difficult for me because when I study letters, it's for pinyin. Like in China, we have a completely different system to pronounce the letters, and so maybe I can pronounce your name in Chinese, Deepali, but and then you won't recognize I'm calling you then. So mm, leftover. Oh, leftover. Sometimes I put it in a small bottle and then I will write down what color is it. And just if I'm gonna use it again, I will put it in a small bottle. If I don't use it, I will just put it in a sink. The number of each brush. The Chinese brush doesn't have numbers, and for the Western brush, I only have this one is 10. Oh, this one's 16. This one's 16, and this one, the other one, can't see. I think the other one is 12. It just you can see the roughly they're like 1 centimeter, and here is but for the Chinese one is large, small, and medium. You can just get a set for painting brush, a calligraphy brush. I lost my chat again. Um, you were using too much water. My pen doesn't blend that well. Can I put water in the fabric first? So it's easier to blend and complete one area. You can wet, you can paint wet on wet. You can wet it first. You know, I really encourage you to find your own way, because what I can share with you is only what I know the best, what I know it works for me, but doesn't mean it will work for you. So you, as you see, I'm just sharing the basic here, so you can just test it out and see what works for you the best. Water brushes, yes, it works. Water brushes after the dries give a spot look. I have made mistake. What is that? What hair are the brushes made of? It's natural. It's sable hair. And Chinese paintbrush sometimes is goat hair. Mm. Baby food bottles with lid. Yes, baby food bottle will work. Anything you can find. Small bottle for it. Pet color in only. So left and colors in stuff. Which brand of goat gutta did I use? HD Pound. I have traced the design on a stone size inch. You can extend the design as you wish. So what I'm thinking, so my pen doesn't blend that well. Yes. We can apply water. You can apply water. Which dye are you using? Whatever you are working don't on a cell fan. um, our chat is very active. I'm very happy everyone is talking to each other. You have to work fast because it dries very fast. Yes. So my gutta is not holding. Why is your gutta not holding any colors? Uh, I don't really know. Like can you share a picture in the group? I mean, Unica. Is that right way to call your name, please? And then share me a photo of you. If your things, your supply is not working, like your gutta, share me a photo and the problem, so I can maybe have a search, find out the solution. Otherwise, I don't really know what is the problem. Bleeds only if having cut. When you are applying gutta, always check the wrong side, because it will tell you there's some gap or yes. I have checked every after ironing. You don't iron the gutta after it's applied. Don't iron the gutta. You leave it as it is. Just leave it dry before you paint color on it. So do you need to wet the silk before? No, you don't. Don't wet the silk. That's what mounts your gutta. The gutta will come off. Don't iron the gutta after. Yeah, that's exactly. Don't iron the gutta, and just apply good leave for 24 hours. Yes, that's good research. Heart rate. Which one is better to paint, the background or foreground? I usually suggest to paint the light color. If the foreground is light, paint the foreground. If the background is light, and paint the background. Because I explained to you already, if some color run into, if the light one run into the shape, we can cover it with a darker color. But if the darker color run into the lighter shape, for example, if I painted this flower, but then some orange come out, I can't really fix that. Oh, I lost the chat again. Um, so my chat box. Which one is the better dye? Set the color. Share how you decide color for any drawing. What are you using? So to share color for any drawing, for drawing, that you need to learn some color theory, and then find out the combination and then test it out draw like a watercolor or do a computer, you need to like, you really need to design it. You need to test it out one by one, and then with that experience, you will be able to design your silk painting quicker with some practice. Probably, I say, if you've done, I don't know how many practice. I think I have done more like 1,000 silk painting designs. Some are on my computer, some are I actually painted out. Uh, and then after that, color, how color react on the silk and what color goes where. Then you will just build up with experience. Technique process in Facebook. What is a technique? I have explained the technique. I have tried gutta many times. Works. Okay, try other brand. I think that's container paint. Leaving trace color. Black dot. We didn't trace it with trace color. We traced it straight away with gutta bottle. Base gutta. Okay. Mm. Okay, so I think that's all the question I can see from the YouTube. Is there any question here? Uh, okay, I don't see any question here. That's I will have I will read I will I will read the end of today's plan, and then I will continue penning this until I finish it. Okay, so um so for next time, not that is which is not next week, is the week after next week. I'm going to show you about steam ironing and product development, including packaging. It will be practical for especially for the silk painters who is already selling or you're ready to sell your product. And if this is your first silk painting, please don't sell it. Okay, like you will need to do more than one to try to sell them. You can, but just I just don't encourage you to do that. So next week I have the group. Yeah, because next Saturday I have the group workshop in the morning, so I can't do the live stream. And so the next time will be the 11th of May, Saturday. That also gonna be free. It will be the last free one of me doing a designed silk scarf. So in that one, I will show you how the silk, how to steam it and how to iron it, and introduce some of the business, how to sell your silk scarf, what do you need to prepare for, like a business side of a silk painting business. So and then what you need to do, the checklist I will share in the Facebook group. Basically we need some cotton cloth, no, cotton sheets, cotton like fabric, and the steamer, and then small strings, and tin foil, iron, and masking tape, that kind of thing. I will, you will see it next after my workshop. You will see it in the same, like the week before the next workshop. So yeah, so if you enjoyed today's channel, please considering join the members, and you can also give me super thanks, just to show yeah, thank you in action, not in words. I would like that. And then so if you think the quality, you've learned something, yeah, please yeah, give me a thumb up, and then introduce the channel to more friends. You can also subscribe to the channel, and when you watch the video, you can try not to skip the ad, watch some ad, so let me get some paid for the ad. It's not a lot, like it's like a £8 for 1,000 views, so that's really not a big thing, but I will still appreciate if you don't skip it. So now I'm going to just finish this painting, and then I will finish for today. Okay, so I just concentrate on this. So I'm probably not gonna talk. If I'm talking, I'm talking to myself. can't not talking. It's hard for me. Okay, purple. Is the purple? Purple and red. Don't need that much red. Okay, so this is today's course. We are 22 minutes over the time I planned, but this is the result. I'm going to show you. I put the camera lower so I can scan it. You can see. And this painting, as you see, it's painted with only 3 silk dye, and which is this. Oh, where is it? So this is a silk painting painted with this yellow, red, and blue. So in this course, we learned how to blend the color and how to finish the work. It looked fine for me, and I also showed you how, you know, the mistakes can be tolerated. You can see a little bit flow of here. So when design like this, when the design itself is complicated, and it's the more complicated the design is, and then the more tolerate it is with your little mistakes. So okay, so that's me for today, and thank you so much for watching. If you want to try to do silk painting, join our group on Facebook, and you can post your question today. Thank you so much. Thank you again, and I'll see you after the week after next week, and then enjoy your weekend. Bye for now. Bye. Thank you.